This is a demo of my CADE membership. CADE is like CAD engineering and code kind of mixed together. But anyway, it's a precision engine that uses assigned distance fields for representation of geometry and a code layer. There's two code layers right now. The human-facing one isn't really there yet, but this is it's designed so that AI can help you with the design. So here I found a picture of a sprocket on the internet with the part and grabbed a description about it. And I pasted into my CADE doc. Here I'm just going to grab the image of the sprocket and I paste it and I say, hey, follow the spec and the comments there and look at this image and design this sprocket for me. So this is in Cursor, so it doesn't know anything about CADE except for the docs that I have in my Rust repo here about how to interact with CADE. I've also built a viewer, so as you update the CADE file, text file, the viewer will watch for changes of that and it will update. Ignore the janky, jagged rendering. The tessellation is absolutely terrible. I've spent zero time on the UI. I just wanted to be able to view kind of the internal model of CADE, and I just have a tool that will take and generate STL or tessellated object from that geometry. I've spent almost all my time on precision internal representation of geometry and almost zero time on the user interface of this thing. So you'll definitely see that. It's the idea of CADE isn't so that AI will do all of the work, but it's so that you can use AI to help you to evolve or test or do something like that of your design files. So we turn off vertices so it's easier to see what's going on here. And this was Claude's first pass at creating that sprocket. I'm not checking the geometry right here and everything. I do have a million unit tests that do verify geometry and that sort of thing. So like as you do rotations and extrusions and all the different things you could do in a model, unit test the snot out of it to make sure it works well. But this is just really my first test of having Cursor generate the part for me and the code representation of it. So I just was actually really excited that it even worked at all, especially since, I don't know, Cursor doesn't really have any prior knowledge, as far as I know, of this language. I have based it on Fidget and the language of Fidget, but the internal geometry representation is completely from scratch. Claude and I have been working hard on it. So I thought you might be interested to see what CADE looks like. From my perspective, I really got interested in this as I've been reading, blog posts and folks talking about implicit design and how it's going to revolutionize, AI for modeling and simulation and all those sorts of things. And I've been a little obsessed with it, and I couldn't resist trying to build my own while I wait for some of the people who really know what they're doing to build theirs and show us what it's really capable of. I know there's a couple in the market now that help you, but I get a lot out of trying it to build it, and that's how I learn about how things work. And so this is my example of CADE and using Cursor in this case to build a sprocket from an image and a short description about what I want of it, and telling it to change the part in some way. I told it to make the thickness half the distance and make that damper 25% smaller and all those kinds of things. So hope you enjoy.